Oh, yes, there it is. No, 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 no. What are you gonna do? Aye! Old man, what is wrong with you? That's my liver! That goes to show you the strength of character or weakness of character of this old man. If you need a liver transplant, he's just gonna eat it. Hey everybody, call me Felix. Once again, I am here at the farm in Solsona, known as Mama Ping's Kitchenette. And this is, well, the 5th time I have covered this place in the video. But I haven't been here in 5 months since I arrived in Ilocos Norte. And this place, once again, has changed. There's a big main dining room here now that's in front of what was the kitchen shack. And it looks very fanciful, lots of garden plants here, and we are here celebrating JP's mom's birthday. And what a grand way of doing it with a custom menu here at Mama Ping's Kitchenette. We're going to be treated to a real family picnic at this wonderful farm. So join us and let's pick out on some wonderful food. And we have stepped inside the brand new Mama Ping's Kitchenette, and look at this space. It's absolutely amazing. Lots of garden plants, like I was saying, even some cacti. And there's a lot of lattice work as far as the windows, so you can get the fresh air of the farm filtering through the lattice work. And then there are all of these old Capis windows. And Mama Ping's quite a collector of the Capis windows and all this heritage artifacts. It's worth noting that some of these tables used to be old hand-pedaled sewing machines. Now that's clever and whimsical. And it's such a nice, warm, inviting space. You have also like the Filipino style mahogany furniture here. And really fanciful tables too. And of course here in Ilocos, we're also known for old-fashioned indigenous textiles. So I think some of these or even like old able loom textiles. So you really get the spirit that you're out in the country, out in the Philippine countryside when you're here and you're dining on authentic Ilocano food. As you recall from one of my previous videos, they have 3 bowls of soup, which are mainstays on the menu. But Mama Ping can cook any menu you like, of course, to her, discernment. So an interesting development happened here at Mama Ping's Kitchenette, in which they have been designated as a farm-to-table restaurant. And we are here today to eat some more farm-to-table food. All right, guys, this is an appetizer. I mean, meat for appetizer? Why not? So before all the other food is ready, we've been presented with some what's called pork tinono. So this is just plain old-fashioned pork barbecue. Not exactly just pork barbecue. This has been flavored with some soy sauce, some garlic, maybe a bit of other things. But basically, it's, predominantly a soy sauce preparation. Look how tender the meat is. Even like this is lean pork tenderloin, I think. Feels juicy. And there's a mixture of pork and liver in here. Try it out. What I've been told is this has been marinated for 3 hours and grilled, just freshly grilled pork. There, look at that piece of skin there. Let's see. So this is very similar to pork limpo, but this is really the tenderloin cut. I really love the skin on top of that pork. My favorite piece here is the liver, believe it or not. And here's the reason why. The liver eats up all that sauce, and it's so creamy. So creamy, not gamey at all. This is good on its own, without even the relish and the sauce. So here's the tricky part. We really love the liver so much. The lean meat's really good. And there's the fatty piece here. Really beautiful. But we're trying to look for some liver. It's kind of like bobbing for apples, really. But it's a lot of fatty lean meat. Fatty meat. Can you say no to grilled pork fat? I mean, if you're a carnivore like we are, and you say no, I don't think so. Oh my goodness, look at that.
That's so good.
Unctuous piece of meat. Look at this. If that doesn't get you salivating, I really don't know what's wrong with you. Oh boy, look at that fat on fat too. You don't need sauce. That appetizer, if you want to call it one, is awesome. 3 hours marinated and grilled over open fire. I mean, if you've had pork inihaw na liempo, that pork there, the soy sauce is really not overbearing, does not take away from the flavor, it does not take away from the natural flavors of the meat at all. So this is what I like about that sauce. It's relatively light, not overbearing at all. Tastes of sumptuous pork, which is well cooked. And I think there's no more liver here, unfortunately, because that is the best cut, because it's so creamy, eats up all that sauce. It's nothing but meat. And fat, of course. I don't complain about that either. To show you I wasn't kidding, that plate is gone. Second round of Tinono. And this one has more liver. Once again, second round of Tinono, pork Tinono. And the liver is hidden underneath. You have to go digging. Oh, yes, there it is. No. What are you gonna do? Aye! Old man, what is wrong with you? That's my liver! Well, that goes to show you the strength of character or weakness of character of this old man. If you need a liver transplant, he's just gonna eat it. Okay. So, where? There's one. Okay, there's that liver. My goodness. It's so clean. And so rich and creamy. That, for me, is the best cut. JP doesn't like liver, truth be told. Let's see if we can convert him.
That's good. It's really... That's not gamey at all.
No. They're very creamy. And that's what I love about it most. That one is addicting. And we're gonna have to move up all this meat so we can dig more of the liver. So this is a treasure hunt. So I think that's how they do it here. Underneath all this meat is really the prized piece of liver. Aye, that's just pork. I think we snagged every piece of it. Oh, that's just pork meat again. Okay, guys, back again. We'll be doing some treasure hunting. How's this for hospitality? A third plate with lots of liver for our Tinono. And I want to say nothing special about these plates. Mama Ping had sourced this just for us, all this Tinono, and there's an endless supply of Tinono apparently. Almost endless, to us almost bottomless. Back to that liver again. Got a nice black peppery taste too. It's so creamy. So right away I would say this Tinono, it's a winner. And we still have 6 dishes to go, I think, and dessert. And on this special occasion of JP's mom's birthday, you know what they brought out? This is very special rice. Even the rice. This is the rice I would not waste. You know how a lot of my videos I really don't care about eating rice? Well, I'm not wasting this. Oh my goodness, look at gracious. Look at that. There's burnt rice on here. Now what this is indigenous local rice, what's known as isek. And it's grown in the mountains. And it's like almost like purple rice. Okay. And this is grown in the nearby province of Apayao. So over the hills and not too far away. And this is really good rice. Filling rice, but it is flavorful on its own. It's got like that. If you've had purple yams, purple yams, purple yams. It has those notes there. It is nice and rich. So it kind of reminds me a bit of red beans and rice back home, especially in Cajun country. Purple rice, purple rice. All right, let me give you guys a rundown of what we have here. This is some roasted catfish. It's been on a spit. This is Imbaliktad, which is a kind of Kilawin, and it smells very herbaceous. This is pork igado, or pork meat and offal stew. Well, that there, of course, needs no explanation. That's fried pork. I think it's Lechon Kawali. Right there's crispy pata, but that needs to go in the double frying, so that's not the finished product. There's some achara relish to refresh our palates. And that right there is something special. This is Saluyot. This is Saluyot Pinakbet, right, Dad? Yeah. Saluyot Pinakbet with little shrimp. Never tried this before, as far as that preparation. And of course, that isek. Red rice. Purple rice! Purple rice!
Are you eating that?
Oh, that one?
And get some igado.
Meron ako!
I'll add some color with our suyo.
Plato ko nandun sa kabila.
There we go.
Di ba igit na nga, sir?
Ha?
Dito. Tanggalin? Hindi na?
Pork apocalypse is what I like to call it. Lots and lots of pork. Pork igado, crispy pata, with Tinono again. Let's give ourselves a helping of that.
Maganda, very homey at saka
Nice, no?
ganda, no?
Pork apocalypse, yes. We need some achara to keep our palates refreshed. Right on there. Look how colorful that is. You know, whoever said that Filipino food lacked presentation. Now this, isek with burnt ends, burnt stuff. Now this rice, I will tell you now, I am not going to waste. This rice is definitely, eat that. Yeah. And let's sit at a well-lit table. Or better yet, let's sit next to the catfish and then I can just pick it apart. Just pick it apart later. Well, first bite is not going to come from this plate. It's going to come from this catfish right sitting next in front. Oh my goodness, look at that go. Oh!
The head came off.
The head came off. Oh geez, there's even the liver and the organs and such. Wow, Paksiw.
Paksiw.
Paksiw or Sinanglaw.
Thank you.
Well, appropriately enough, we gotta drink some soup. Look at that. This is their Sinanglaw. This is their big time specialty they serve every day. Perfect as always, that soup. It is really beefy and clean. Oh my goodness, where to start, people? Go with that catfish that I just pilfered with some of that purple rice or red rice, whatever you want to call it. Ooh, with the burnt end there. That fish really tastes like, it's really clean, almost like roasted chicken in a way. It's a really big piece of fish with some rice. That rice really pairs well and adds to the sweetness too. There's such a wonderful char to that catfish too. Roasted so nicely. With that rice, it's a dream too. Next up, we'll try that Imbaliktad. I suppose it's Kilawin. That beef salad. We gotta have some rice with it too. That's a really good bite. It smells herbal and it tastes herbal, like mint. With that meat, that ginger, really refreshing. Hopefully it's nice and chewy. It's really clean. And what I'm really getting is that mintiness. I think I got a little bit of that achara too from that bite. I mean, everything's mixed up like a cornucopia here, so you get a little bit of everything. There's a little bit of achara, there's a little bit of meat.
Smorgasbord.
I think I got a little bit of that hígado too, so they have like a little bit of a pork stewed flavor. So I'm picking off here just, this is a saluyot, otherwise known as jute leaves. This is going to be a little bit viscous, so as it says. And then there's a lot of like shrimp, little shrimp in there. So I'm expecting a little bit of a fishy, umami sort of taste to go pair well with the greenness or the sweetness of this leaf. There we go. Right away, you get a big hit of saltiness from that. I think it's dry shrimp. But the saluyot is mellow. It's a nice green sweetness. Good mouthfeel too. Now, I cannot say I can call it a refreshing dish, but because of the saltiness from the shrimp. But just imagine collard greens with a little bit of like a very savory edge, like a meaty edge. There's some dried shrimp with a bit of the skins on. They're really good. Of course, we will not let our Lechon Kawali sit too long. I think this is Lechon Kawali, not bagnet. Now, if you look at my other videos, you'll see a bunch of bagnet there. And look at that piece. That's no messing around. That's just fat with more meat on that forkful. One thing I know about here at Mama Ping is that she only... Now, this seems really inefficient, but the oil that she only uses it one time, from what I've heard. So what you get is a really clean, tasty Lechon Kawali without any of like the off-putting flavor of old oil. That is really good too. Some saluyot and some hígado. Really good. And once again, this Paksiw or Sinanglaw, whatever you want to call it, pinapaitan, is absolutely amazing. I'm gonna drink this like coffee. You can see there's a lot of skin and fatty bits at the top there.
Pinapaitan.
I'm gonna get some with that red rice. Oh, with the burnt bit too. That's stunning. Get some achara too. The achara is that's a relish with some radish and carrots. It's a little bit sweet. It's a really nice relish to go with everything. Sweet, a little bit substantial. Really good. I think I'm gonna just finish all this, really. I need to get some more food after this. And I think we're all in smorgasbord mode, so...
Disappearing. You're losing out.
No, there's plenty more where that came from. Talking a bit. Now, believe it or not, this is the main attraction. This crispy pata. And of course... yeah, that's plenty crispy. I guess forget chopping this on camera. Forget it. Oh my good grief. What is this?
Looking good.
What is this? Oh my. Ow! Ow! I'm burning. Let me try it.
There you go.
Mmm. Oh my god.
Finger licking good.
Get some of that skin, yeah? Mmm. You know what? This belongs in my plate. That crispy pata. What I can say is it's really simply cooked. It's like you get nice saltiness there. It's a nice subtle saltiness. It really reminds me of the maxes of crispy pata. That's what the kind of taste is like. Stripped it of that. There's that skin. Best part. To me, this tastes like homemade crispy pata. Because, but first of all, it does, that you could tell that the oil is clean. It hasn't been used that much. To me, it tastes like the Max's fried chicken of crispy pata. It's just like salt and bay leaf. It's really simple. Really addictive too. You don't really need the sauce too, because you have a beautiful salt taste to this. That's not overbearing at all. Yeah, give me some more of that. So Ben over there thinks he can out-eat me or Dad. So we're gonna have a little bit of a mukbang sort of contest here. Although I don't know if I can film everything here, and I don't want to bore you guys. Man, we've been starting since. Come on now. I mean, we already ate like 2 plates of Tinono. And you have some sort of advantage, don't you? Because you ain't eaten up all that pork, right? So, I mean, you should win this, right?
Tama na.
Oh, you saying tama na? That's it? That's it?
No,
Okay, then.
I haven't eaten since yesterday, so.
Oh, really? I saw you eat your own pork upo. Just like everybody else.
Chicken?
Uh-huh. And you said you didn't eat anything?
No. No, I'm saving it for today.
Mm-hmm.
Challenge me.
Though, you know what? That pork upo is as lightweight as you. I'm coming to eat. So, you don't stand a chance. Yeah, that will do it. I mean, look at all this other food. Ben, we got plenty to fight with here. Let's see. We're going to war, people. Back in a bit. I will be totally remiss if I didn't tell you how much I hate this weather. It's rainy season and I'm astrophobic, which means I'm scared as hell of thunder and lightning. There's big claps of thunder and big old lightning, and then the rain's coming down, and there's lots of cold wind. And then we have this real war as far as eating crispy pata goes and eating all this other food. So, this is my way of dealing with stress, is eating during a thunderstorm. What ugly weather! I'm done with my chunk of the crispy pata, and part of my stress eating during a thunderstorm in the middle of nowhere, right in the farm. I'm gonna eat some Maja Blanca, which I'm told is really good. It's some corn, and some cream, and some mochi. Really outstanding. Nice and smooth. It's creamy, like corn. Bits of shredded coconut too. Really rich dessert and refreshing. You know, if you flip that 8 90 degrees, it will look like infinity plus 1. So that is how old grandma is. Infinity plus 1.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday.